Good morning. This is Kasturi Day. Today, again, I've come to discuss the short and long questions now today. In my last video, I discussed about the objective questions, that is, fill in the blanks, true and false, choose the correct answer, and correct the incorrect statement of the sound chapter according to ICC syllabus class 8. And today I'm going to start with the short and the long question answers. Okay. So, first one for you today is, how does sound travel in air? Sound travels in air in the form of longitudinal waves. Okay, what is a longitudinal wave? It is a wave in which the particles of air vibrate about their mean position in the direction of the propagation of the wave. So, in which direction the wave is moving, the vibration will also, the particles of the air will also vibrate through about their mean position in the direction of the propagation of the sound. In which direction the sound is propagating, in that direction only the particles will vibrate uh, in that way. Okay. That is known as, that type of wave is called longitudinal wave. Now explain the mechanism of formation of a longitudinal wave when source vibrates in air. When a source of sound vibrates, it creates a periodic disturbance in the medium near it. Okay, when a source of sound vibrates, it creates a periodic the air around it, or the environment around it, the medium, the particles which are present in the environment around it, that also start vibrating. The disturbances then travel in the medium in the form of waves. This can be understood by the following example. For example, see, a vertical metal strip is taken whose lower end is fixed, okay, and its upper end is pushed to one side and then released. Okay, that upper end is free. Lower end is fixed, but the upper end is free, and we are moving that this upper end. Okay, it is pushed to pull to one side, and then it is released. It vibrates, producing sound. As the strip moves to the right, it pushes the particles of air layer which is in front of it. So the particles of the air in this layer comes closer to each other. As it is pushing the air particles, that will come closer to each other, and that is, the air in that layer gets compressed. Okay, and then the particles of the air which are, while moving towards the right, pushes and compresses the layer next to it, which then compresses the next layer, and so on. And this way the disturbance moves forward in the form of compression. Now the particles of the medium which do not move with compression. Okay, the particles of the medium, they do not move with the compression. As the metal strip starts returning after pushing the particles near the strip, the compression moves forward and the particles of the air near the strip returns to their normal position. Okay, due to the elasticity of the medium. Now when the strip moves to the left, it pulls the layer of air near it towards the left, producing a space of very low pressure on the right side. Okay, now the air layer on the right side the strip expands in this region, thus producing a rarefied layer. Okay, this layer which is closer now to the metal strip, when it is returning to its mean position, that layer becomes low pressured area, and it this the air particles are more apart, and that time that layer becomes rarefied, that is rarefaction, it occurs. Okay, this region is known as rarefaction. Then when the strip returns to its mean position, the rarefaction moves forward, and air layer near the strip returns to the normal position due to the elasticity of medium. Now as the strip moves towards the right and left repeatedly, the compression and rarefaction regions are produced one after the other, that carry the disturbance along with it with a definite speed depending on the nature of the medium. And one complete to and fro motion of the strip forms one compression and one rarefaction, which together constitute one wave. Okay, This wave, in which the particles of the medium vibrate about their mean position in the direction of the propagation of the sound, is known as longitudinal wave. So sound travels in the air in the form of longitudinal wave. Okay, so see this picture, there is see in this picture you can see there is an alternate compression, then rarefaction, that is CR like that it forms. Okay, see if you can try in your home also, you take a ruler, okay, and fix it one end to your hand, the other end is free. Okay, you hold that ruler from one end and the other end is free, okay, lengthwise. Okay, then the upper end, which is free, you push it from to one side. What happens? The air near the I mean, when you are pushing it to the right side, okay, when you're pushing it to the right side, the right side air, which layer of air which is closer to the this ruler, that becomes uh, uh, compressed. Okay, that layer becomes compressed, and that is known as compression. Okay, and the other layer, the other side of the ruler, where that is the left side of the ruler, where the layer of air has been relaxed, that is the the particles of the air are moving apart, they are the what do you say, that the layers of the air are having some space. Okay, so that space of the air particles, that area, that region is known as rarefaction layer. Now then the right side of the layer, where there is compression, as the ruler starts moving after being compressed, it is released, no, so it will come to its mean position due to its elasticity. So this air particles, the compressed air particles, now moves forward. Okay, this compression, it moves forward, gives this compression moves forward, and so this place, after the ruler comes back to its own position, that place where the air particles, after the compression is moved forward, the air particles after that compression to and the ruler, between the compression and the ruler, that becomes more spaced, and that is known as rarefaction. Okay, so this carries on when the this ruler moves from side to side. Okay, next is define the following terms, that is amplitude, frequency and time period. Amplitude is the maximum displacement of the particles of the medium on either side of its mean position. Okay, how much the particles of the medium are moving from one side to another, or from its mean position. Okay, how much it is going up and going down. So the maximum displacement, that is known as amplitude. Frequency is the number of vibrations produced by a particle of the medium in 1 second. Okay, how many vibrations are being formed by the particles of the medium in 1 second, that is known as frequency of the wave. Then time period. Time period is taken, the time taken by a particle of the medium to complete one vibration. To complete one vibration, how much time is taken? That is known as time period of the wave. Now, excuse me, obtain the relationship between the time period and frequency. See, if t is the time period of the wave, then by definition, in time t, the number of waves is equal to 1. In 1 second, the number of waves of frequency is equal to f is equal to 1 by t, and thus frequency is equal to 1 by time period, or time period is equal to 1 by frequency. Okay, t is equal to 1 by f. Now name the three characteristics of the musical sound. The three characteristics of musical sound are pitch or frequency, intensity or loudness, quality or timbre. Now, which of the following determines the loudness of the sound wave? Wavelength, frequency or amplitude? It is the amplitude. Loudness depends on the amplitude. Now, How is loudness related to the amplitude of the wave? The loudness of the sound is directly proportional to the square of the amplitude of the wave. Okay, so loudness L is directly proportional to A square, that is amplitude square. That is, if you double the amplitude, if you yes, if you double the amplitude, loudness will be 4 times. Okay, and if you triple the amplitude, it will be 9 times. Now loudness will be 9 times. Now how does the wave pattern of a loud note differ from a soft note? Draw a diagram. See, the diagram shows the two waves A and B. The amplitude of the wave A is 2 centimeter and that of B is 3 centimeter. Okay, now both the waves of the ratio of loudness of B and A is loudness of B by loudness of A, that becomes 3 square by 2 square, that is 9 by 4. See, from the displacement graph, you can see displacement time graph. You can see the amplitude in the first case, that is A case, A wave, it will be see, to 4. Okay, it is moving like this. It is moving to, amplitude is 2. Okay, 2 centimeters. So it's going up to 2 and coming down to -2. Like this, it is 4. Okay, and in 4 seconds. And in this this displacement time graph, in the B case, that is the amplitude is going to 3. The wave is going to mark number 3 and coming down to -3. So this will be the graph of the B wave. Okay, so first graph, that is for A, that it will go to 2 and -2, and this one will go to 3 and -3. Okay, so I think I'll stop here. I'll continue with the rest of the questions in my next video. Please go through this. Hope you are liking the videos. Press the like button, and if you have any doubt, please do write in the comment box. And you can also send me mail at my mail ID, that is kasturi74@gmail.com. Okay, and the notification of my next video, and also it will produce some more energy in me, so that I can produce some more good videos for you, interesting videos for you, so that it can help you in your studies. Okay, and please wait for my this website, which I'll be launching very soon. Okay, which will contain more information of your subjects, of about your subjects, as also some different other subjects, interesting facts, and some interesting things are also being added in that. So please wait to for the launching. Okay, thank you for watching.